with Pali. My name is John. Today we're gonna do some E3 coverage stuff. We're heading into a little mini series, doing some E3 coverage here. We're gonna look at Pali's picks, his favorite stuff from E3. He's got some questions. He's got some stuff he wants to talk about. He wants to show me some trailers because I've not seen a damn thing. How are you doing today, Pali?
I'm doing all right.
Has E3 left you pretty excited for some stuff, or are you just massively disappointed?
Well, overall, I was massively disappointed, but no, there's some gold nuggets there,
All
or
right.
could be fool's gold, but yeah.
We're gonna take a look at one of those hopefully nuggets here in a moment. Today we're gonna look at Ghost of Tsushima, 2017 announced trailer. So this game developed by Sucker Punch, published by Sony. So it's supposed to be a single-player stealthy action adventure RPG set in 1274 during the first Mongol invasion of Japan, where you play some sort of maybe samurai, some sort of ninja, and feudal Japan. I saw a little bit of the game before, and it looked super interesting. But this is going to be a brand new trailer, guys. So let's check it out. Damn, that looks beautiful.
Does
It's just the first thing is just wow, this looks beautiful. I've always wanted a game like in feudal Japan, either be like Assassin's Creed or just some sort of like open world game. Because
I think
Japan's beautiful.
the closest thing we ever got, I think, was like crap. I can't think of it.
Neo.
Not Dynasty Warriors, not Neo, but Command and Conquer. I think did one, but that was an open world.
And you have won battles that lesser men have called unwinnable, yes? But while you were sharpening your sword, do you know how I prepared for today? I learned. I know your language, your traditions, your beliefs.
That looks good right there. The
God,
tower.
such a good
Which villages
shot.
to
These are
tame
some
and-
really good cinematic shots.
Wish to burn? So I'll ask you once again,
Yeah,
Samurai,
he's ugly.
do you surrender?
Oh shit! That boy's burning. Yo, that looks fucking excellent. That looks very good. Basically. Oh shit! Some gameplay in there too. Yeah. That looks pretty good. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's going to be really interesting. Now, I think if I'm correct, it's been a while since I took history class. I believe I find it a little weird because samurais, they always served like a lord of some kind,
A shogun.
uh, or yeah, shogun. Now the thing is that it looks like he was a samurai, and then I guess he becomes a ninja or some kind of samurai ninja hybrid for revenge. Because ninjas were actually farm people that decided to revolt against shoguns, and they're actually and like a lot of their weapons, like the Kasari Gama and a bunch of stuff. Those were just modified farm weapons. If you didn't know that.
I wasn't aware of that. That's interesting. Because it does look like it is an invasion of the Mongol Empire, like invading Japan. So we definitely know that. So it could be some sort of revengeance story, or but it looks really good. I hope there's some fantasy, like small pieces of fantasy in there, but I hope
Yeah,
it's pretty accurate at the same time too. It looks like it kind of be like sort of fantasy direction as well, because like towards the end you can see like him starting to infinity a war away with
yeah.
the particles and whatnot. So that part was that's crazy. The game looks beautiful itself. I hope there's some really big open world stuff. I hope I wouldn't be mad if it wasn't localized in English. to be fully immersed in it, I'd be completely fine with that.
Yeah, like they should have a mode which lets you just have like subtitles while everybody else speaks the Japanese.
Yeah, I'd honestly prefer that. I think that'd be way more interesting. Yeah, but that looks pretty fucking cool. Anything else on it?
No, I'm looking forward to it coming out. Hopefully, it's not a disappointment.
All right, so we'll be moving on to which one of your gold nuggets do you want to move on to? Bethesda. That's a good sign for you, huh?
I love Bethesda games. I mean, they're not like I don't call Todd Howard like God Howard or anything like that. I'm not like a fanatic, but I can appreciate their single player.
You know, I actually heard about this a while ago. Not about the game itself, but them adding a third huge RPG game to their mix between like the Fallout and Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, well, it had been rumored about, and it was finally nice to see it confirmed. Finally.
Man, we deserve a game that is like No Man's Sky, but actually
not
isn't No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Although that game did have some pretty fancy like planetary travel, Starfield, fucking sweet. I like that music to it.
I think that's it.
All right, well, that's an announcement trailer for damn sure. So, what info do you have on Starfield for us?
The only thing I know about Starfield is that, of course, it's Bethesda, and they really do well with single player, so it's going to be a single player space exploration. Now, space sims, being that they've kind of risen in a little bit in popularity over the last year, unfortunately, we've had our flops, like obviously No Man's Sky. I never picked it up. I'm glad I didn't waste the money on that game, actually, because after I saw how much it was how bad it was, and how much people hated it, I'm hoping it's not one of those, because I like a good space exploration game, although they're kind of hard to come by. I've tried Elite Dangerous, that's okay, but kind of hard to control. Star Citizen is piece of shit. Well, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Like I can't endorse it again.
Yeah, Starfield. Anyways,
sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. See, look, if you look at the ending screenshot, do you see that on your screen? It shows like a lady. I don't know if that's from them or not, but that's probably like the thumbnail somebody put there. Yeah, never mind. That's from the video, the top 10.
Okay.
But no, it's supposed to. I'm hoping it's single player space. Well, obviously it's space, but I'm hoping it's planet to planet, or at least maybe like a small galaxy.
Me too. I'm kind of hoping like I don't know about this because like at the same time I really like the aspect of No Man's Land, how it's the idea of you're colonizing planets and whatnot, but like at the same time it's like a action adventure perhaps game to where you're supposed to be getting quests and stuff like that, to where but it's kind of be barren fucking land in a like planet that has no human life or no life whatsoever. But I'm really interested to see how they're gonna do this game, if it's gonna be just kind of like if we're gonna see the definite similarities between Fallout and Elder Scrolls be like thrown into here. I think it'd be really beneficial towards everyone if it's just kind of like, well, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, like they have their own theme, their own genre, but we're gonna bring in like a new theme into the mix. Like I think that'd be really awesome because like futuristic, big RPG game like that wouldn't be bad. I think it'd be really damn fun.
Yeah, no, it is their first original franchise in like 25 years. I think he said that in the conference. Because let's see, what have we gotten from them? We got Fallout when they actually acquired the license. When their first one was Fallout 3, that was their first game.
Did Bethesda originally make Rage, or was that specifically ID? They published it.
They published it. ZeniMax published Rage, and then I think ZeniMax or Bethesda absorbed ID.
Yeah, then afterwards. Yeah. I don't know if that counts though.
And then it's just been Elder Scrolls. Like if you notice, all we've really gotten from them over the last few years is Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So yeah, it would be nice to see a new franchise from them because they're the masters of single player, in my opinion.
What's
It's their new online version of Fallout.
yeah? Go ahead. Like, talk about it for a sec, or what you like originally thought it was gonna be when they announced it, or whatever.
All right. Well, I originally thought Fallout 76 was going to be like their version of Tactics, but then I saw a bunch of other people when they announced the trailer there, and then you see the in game. I thought it was just going to be like their like how New Vegas was a spinoff,
Mhm.
technically, because it wasn't made by them. I thought it was basically the same thing, just to keep us our attention until they came out with another like a Fallout 5 or something. But I guess they decided to go in a way different direction than I actually expected.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the trailer. Oh shit! There it is. Good old black and white.
I think this was the Xbox one that they did. I don't know. I can't find the other one without it being without part of the stream. But that's fine though.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76.
There's Ron Perlman.
This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
First thing you notice, it uses the same engine.
Which is a smart thing to do, definitely. Financially wise. I mean, it's not old by any means. Because Fallout 4 isn't even 3 years old yet.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that big thing. It's a nice selection of music, and it does take place in DC, you think, or near DC, doesn't it?
Well, it's West Virginia, but yeah. Virginia, I was there on vacation one time. It's not, if it's the part they're thinking about, I don't think it's that close to DC, because the Capital Wasteland, if they have any references to Fallout 3, it was completely like destroyed. Or not completely, but pretty messed up.
And ultimately, America.
So I know this does take place 20 years after the bombs dropped.
They just took that armor off that dead body. It's like, give me that shit.
Our future begins.
Alright, hell yeah. Interesting. So, looks cool, but there are a lot more details that we know about it than the trailer showed off. Do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, so the first concern that he brought up, because when the teaser originally dropped, there was a Reddit link where everybody was flipping out because they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be like Rust and like Ark and that
Days to Die
type of game. And then everybody started flipping out. Then, somebody else leaked out. It's like, that's not what it is, because Bethesda, I think, if I understand the rumor, they're actually like freaking out over that because they didn't want the hype to go in the wrong direction for the game. So now he stated in the Bethesda conference that we could still play single player and there's a story. Like, what do you like? Some people are saying just because he said that doesn't mean that the game's not going to be entirely online. Like, you could play by yourself, but you're still going to have to deal with online people. I'm kind of going to interpret that the way that you can have the option to just play the game as normal. Like, there will still be NPCs because you have to get quests and stuff. Where do you get the quests from exactly? So I think there's still going to be NPCs.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would hope so. There'd be NPCs. Otherwise, it would be a very dry, open world game. It'd be dead.
Now there could be some caveats to that, and one of them is the fact that there might be an option to disable online, so you can play the game by yourself. But in doing so, there may not be any followers, and they may go out of their way to force you to play online by making the game harder for a single player, possibly. not 100% on that. That's just something I'm speculating.
Because it is like online, as in the sense like it is 4-player co-op, correct?
No. It's an actual server, like
Yeah, I
with
know,
like.
but like you can actually have a co-op party.
So have you ever played Rust?
I'm aware like you can get with your faction and whatnot, but what I was told by like Apex is that like it's a server of like maybe like 12 or 16 people, but like there are groups of 4 specifically like that you're allied with, and that the world is like it's even bigger than Fallout 4, and like the chances of you actually encountering like that group of people are kind of slim.
I don't know anything about 16 players per server.
But there was like he said there was a confirmed number of lobbies, like 12 or 16. Don't take my word for it, but that's what I was told.
Yeah, I'm thinking more. I think that number might be a little bit bigger, especially because of all the nuclear outposts and stuff that they decided to do.
Right.
It might be bigger than that, especially if they're boasting the map is 4 times bigger than
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. Yeah,
All right.
I'm thinking it might be more. It's possibly, especially if they're pushing for online kind of game. I'm gonna just theorize it could be after beta. It will probably be 50 to 100, maybe.
Wow, that'd be insane. I think that would overdo it completely, because if
Or it could just be 30.
When a game like that, like what Rust pretty much is, like you play it online, it's just trolling. That's all it is. It's just trolling people and killing people and fucking with them and whatnot. And I just don't want this to turn into it, because it sounds really interesting, the co-op, because that's like everyone has wanted a co-op Fallout for so long. Like that's why Borderlands in a sense was like in a sense was so successful, because it was a co-op Fallout for some people, and people have wanted to play a lot of like co-op Fallout. Like it's been wanted for a really long time, and they finally kind of get it. But I hope it doesn't turn into like a fucking awful troll thing, because like a Sea of Thieves, like you can all go off do your own thing with your own faction, but like you can also come across other parties and other groups of people, and you can attack those people or you can just completely ignore them. But I kind of hope it's in the same sense, like it's almost rare for you to come across those people, just so it doesn't ruin your immersion. But like like different settlements and different groups, different clans, it's kind of it fits the Fallout theme.
Now, well, for some of those concerns, now what he did say, because I've thought about that too, and I'll get to the nuke part of the game in a second. So he said that online, he says that even if you play online, it doesn't. He said it was like softcore survival instead of hardcore survival, like Rust is. Where he says that it does not reset your progression. So I'm wondering if that means, unlike games like Ark and Rust, the dying doesn't cost you your gear. Because if you get killed by another player in those games, your body's there. They just take whatever they want, and then that's it.
Or it could be like a 7 Days to Die thing, to where like with that character, like you build up skill points and you keep those skill points and whatnot.
It's possible.
Some sort of character progression.
Well, I mean, how badly would it suck if you died and you lost all your gear that you're wearing on you? Yeah. Especially you're rocking something like power armor. So I'm wondering what he means by that.
But it would also like make players think like, well, I need to go cash into my vault or something like that, or cash out of my settlement, so I don't lose this stuff. Or that'll make players think twice about like heading out into the capital wasteland.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking about too. Is that he said that you won't even see servers there. It's like it will be seamless, and I'm wondering if that's like drop in, drop out. Like, or I feel like I don't know how they're going to work the server system if he's saying that.
That's how Sea of Thieves like server system works. You literally just join a game, doesn't say how full it is, doesn't say how dead it is. It just throws you in, and you have an open party or you have a closed party. People join, people don't join. I'm assuming it'll kind of be like similar thing.
Well, with what they're talking about, does it like, all right, so you could build a base in the game. You could build your own base. Mm-hmm. And they had platforms to where you can actually make your base portable, pick it up, and leave. Now, there's the question: if it's gonna be, if they use that model like they do with Sea of Thieves, what happens to your base afterward? Is there some or are you, once you join a server, are you locked in that server until you delete your character?
I doubt we don't know how. Be something like that, like how it's stored on the cloud, especially like on consoles. I doubt that.
Yeah, but the problem with world persistence and what world persistence is the mechanic that on like a map-based server, that anything you have would stay there, like in Ark or
Yeah,
Rust
like
or even
you can break
Star
into
Citizen.
someone's house or whatnot or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you log out, what happens to your base? Like, do you have to pack up your base before you log out? Can it stay there? Are there any risks like world persistence? Like even when you're not playing and
Well,
somebody's on the
maybe that's the
server?
smart thing to do. Say if you leave the game, you want to pack up your base, make sure it can't get fucked with. Maybe that's like a strategy in the game.
But that's where world persistence comes in. Is it that kind of world persistence where you log out, your body drops like a sack of potatoes, so it's just hanging out there until you get killed by
I'm
a
assuming.
creature?
I mean, like in Rust, like you don't see logged out people. You still don't see their bodies there, do you?
I don't play Rust like that. I'm
But
not sure.
yeah, I
But
know
in
that's.
Ark,
I
in
know in
Ark
Rust,
Survival, it does that.
your bodies are there.
Yeah, your
Okay,
body.
yeah, it's not there in
sits there.
Rust. So
And then Star Citizen, I just added it in so your ship stays there, so people can actually come and steal your stuff if your game crashes. So world persistence is one of those wild cards.
well, that Star Citizen sounds more of like an exploit than an actual game mechanic.
Yeah. Now the other thing that the feature they boasted about was the nukes. So apparently you can get nuclear codes, and you can actually find other people. If you can't find, you can find all the code. I don't know if you can find all the codes yourself. They said to be cooperative with other people. They have nuclear codes, and you could go to a silo, and use those codes and nuke a random part of the map for rare rewards and stuff. Now, one thing I'm concerned with is like, so on games like this that are online that have this whole you can build the base and stuff, we have to worry about like tribe mentality, like in Ark you call it Alpha Tribe, where they're the best tribe on the server. They literally have all the resources and are almost unkillable. Can they build on these nuke sites and just keep them from other players? I know there's several different ones, but a strong enough tribe might be able, or a strong enough group might be able to keep everybody off them. Like I said, we don't know how many players are allowed a server. It will that factor in, but that's some supreme trolling fodder right there.
Yeah, that's the problem with this, like you said, world persistence and the like. If you have a faction that's so great that it literally just keeps other players down, keeps them from progressing, keeps them from having fun and playing the game, like that's the thing I don't want to run into. Like there needs to be some sort of system where they keep the trolling and they think like the actual like gameplay part of it. I mean, because it's different. You can't just say like, well, if they guard the nukes, like that's part of the game. You just got to deal with it. Like I think that's bullshit. Like there should be some sort of system. Like maybe there can be like specific places where you can like start up settlements. Maybe that like your character needs more sleep or something like that. Like you need to head back to your own settlement. Like maybe you can have specific spots and throughout the world. It sounds really ridiculous to have say like, oh well, you can only create a settlement in this spot. Like that really kills off the immersion in the gameplay. But it also makes it safer for some places. Like, oh well, you can't, a group or a faction can't camp here and keep other players down. Like where there's a main sort of resources or it's a main like pooling place where it's just gonna like super popular where players are just gonna keep rolling in and they just keep killing those players. Like maybe I think they just they gotta balance it, find a decent way to balance it.
Yeah, and also at the same time, just like imagine building up a base and not even PvPing with anybody, staying as far away from civilization or people as possible, and just out of nowhere you get nuked and everything's gone in the blink of an eye. That would be absolutely annoying.
Again, like that could be just a it could be a threat that you have to deal with in gameplay. Like maybe they think twice about like instead of maybe an underground bunker, maybe a vault for fuck's sake. I don't know, but I like this like thinking. This just you have to think about it and whatnot about what to do. Like you don't know if it's an exploit or if it's going to be an actual gameplay mechanic you have to deal with.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm looking forward to it anyway.
Yeah, me too. I want to know more details. I want to try it out for sure. I think I think it's going to be really fun. I'm also surprised to see it on Xbox show conference.
They rolled it out a little bit as a teaser. Microsoft, I wasn't too excited with whatever they were showing anyway. I heard some days. My brother was watching. He was like, he listed some titles. I'm like, whatever.
But it's kind of interesting. Well, really interesting makes sense because like PlayStation's lack of mod support for the special edition for Skyrim, it makes sense that Xbox would kind of push it, but PS4 also had the VR version of Skyrim, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and PC, of course. But yeah, you have one more golden nugget for us, perhaps?
What happened?
You have one more golden nugget. Common theme here with your golden nuggets.
Yeah, it is. How, imagine that.
Oh man, that is fucking beautiful. The Gelder. I'm just kidding. The Elder Scrolls 6. That did not reveal much.
No, it was like that was like literally. Oh yeah. So this game is gonna be after Starfield. The problem is we don't have a release date for Starfield. Probably not going to be anywhere till next year or 2020.
I wonder if it's going to be on this console, the current console generation.
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
And it's been a long time. It's been 7 years since the last Elder Scrolls game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we're probably not even going to see this game again. Or we're probably not going to see this game. I'm going to say it's not going to come out till maybe 2021 or 2022 because he said at the conference, he's like, this is going to be way, way, way off into the future after Starfield, because obviously they're going to want to see how their new game does. But they're probably still working on it, but it's probably going to be a while.
Alrighty. Well, any last details about the Pali's picks of E3 2018?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, I think it's in High Rock. It looks like High Rock anyway.
Is that a location predicament?
Yes, it's a land in Tamriel.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Pali, for showing off your picks. I thought we had a lot of good discussion for a lot of this stuff. I'm looking forward to all these titles you wanted to show off. So thank you for joining me on this Foundry video today, and thank you guys all for watching. Pali, you wanna plug anything for our audience?
Subscribe to the Foundry. Check out the if you haven't joined the Foundry fan Discord, do that. I mean, you can follow me on Twitter if you want. I don't know, like my Twitter is just I'd sometimes post things. That's about it.
Yes, he does. You also check out his YouTube channel, link down below in the description. You guys can also check out mine. I do some Let's Play content as well as Pali. You guys can also follow me on Twitter at 97JohnnyBoy, and appreciate you guys coming out to watch some E3 stuff with us. And would love some topics discussion down below and the description, or in the comments section, excuse me. If you guys have some favorites, if you guys want to hate on whatever Pali chose, or if you want to praise him and his choices, we would love to hear from you. We'll see you guys later on the next Foundry video. Bye.
Bye.